Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
For a refresher, any of you that haven't followed the last couple of days, I've been talking about how I've not felt well. Felt pretty crappy. And Sunday is when this started. Sunday, I was at work and I had a fever and I was feeling very lethargic, very fatigued. When I got home, I pretty much collapsed in bed, and the next day, I couldn't do much of anything. I had to take the day off of work. The Tuesday, I was feeling a little bit better, but then what happened was, even though my fever was gone and I was less fatigued, I noticed I had, as Dave Chappelle used to say in the sketch comedy show, I think it was season 1. Remember when Dave Chappelle was on the toilet and he's like, I got that mud butt! I got that mud butt! Yeah, I got the mud butt. The worst mud butt I have ever had. In fact, I think I'm going to have to install some mud flaps on the back of my underwear. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. You know, I'm glad most of my underwear is black. I mean, it's kind of funny. It is funny. I've made jokes about mud butt in the past, but, you know, maybe this is karma catching up to me. It's bad, man. It's bad. And there's a danger because, you know, you feel like you don't want to eat anything because you're afraid that, you know, you're going to keep crapping it out. Now, I'm not going to get into the technicals of what diarrhea is. Apparently, something happens, you get a virus, and, you know, your your intestines have to empty everything out real quick. So basically, it pushes out water at an incredible rate. That's why your stools and everything get really, really watery. I hope all of you have had breakfast. I hope you've had breakfast. Now, I haven't been eating a whole lot. Outside of maybe first thing in the morning, I go to get chicken. I go to get chicken strips. And it seems like my strategy has been just chicken strips and not a whole lot later in the day. Mostly just hydrating in water. Even though it sounds weird, you're like, Rick, why are you if you're worried about watery stools, why are you drinking water? Well, I'm pretty sure you have to have a good amount of water a day regardless to help fight anything, any kind of sickness. And so be it. If I drink more water and it means watery stools, it's going to have to be the case. Because your body's basically trying to get rid of all the toxins, all the bacteria, all that stuff. And that's the way it knows how to. Now, sometimes maybe you can slower the rate of diarrhea by trying to make yourself throw up, but then, you know, it's just coming out of one end and not the other. There's been a little bit of that too. Again, I hope none of you are currently eating breakfast. Talked about a couple days of what I want on YouTube, you know, what I want. Tell you what I want right now. I want to be done with this fucking diarrhea. I want to get back to normalcy. But there's one tool I've been using this morning, and it seems to be a good tool to help fight against this. Pepto Bismol. Now, it's a very common item, Pepto Bismol. I've always thought of it as something people take if they have stomach upset, and that's what it's mostly made for. I was thinking, like, if you eat a lot of spicy foods and you're getting maybe acid reflux, something like that, then that's what Pepto Bismol's best for. But what this stuff can do is it can halt your diarrhea. I've done some more reading on it. Apparently, it can have a possible side effect of prolonging the diarrhea because it stops it, but whatever still exists is still there. And at some point, you're going to have to maybe keep, getting rid of the toxins, but it halts it. So if you're not at home, if you don't have access to the toilet bowl, if you're not just like basically thinking about installing a game system and a flat screen beside your toilet because you want to run and have to run to the bathroom, then this is a good option. Because I was faced with the probability that I would crap my pants on the way to go get some chicken strips. I don't want to be the drive-through. I would like a, can I have an extra packet of a little bit of honey mustard, a little bit of tea possibly? Thank you. And they're like, what was your order? We couldn't hear your order. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm perfectly good. I'm fine. I'm doing great. So I didn't have any accident on the way there because I had 2 teaspoons of Pepto Bismol. So already, like, it paid back. Me getting that Pepto Bismol. It was a good move. It was a good choice. Because I was able to make it 15 miles down the road to get my chicken strips and on the way back. And now it's been half an hour. And there's been a little bit of stomach rumbling, but no doo-doos. No doo-doos. A little bit of, you know. But nothing came out except air. That's how it was intended. That's how things in your sphincter area were intended. It's how the good Lord intended. You poop on your own terms. Your body shouldn't decide when it poops. You decide when you poop. I'm all about having control. I'm kind of a body control freak. I like to control my own body and what it does. And Pepto Bismol is allowing me to control when I poop. Now, if you don't have the doo-doos, if you don't have the runs, then maybe you might want to avoid Pepto Bismol because it can slower, and I heard it actually can cause constipation. Well, I don't have that problem right now. So this is something I'm going to have in my arsenal for my arse. It's in my arsenal to help control my arse. I give a radical recommendation to Pepto Bismol.